The fact that we're putting meat in our freezer that we have raised here on our property is a really good feeling. Well, if you haven't guessed yet, it's butchering day. I don't think he's too happy about it. Not really his scene. Obviously we don't enjoy killing animals at all, but just being a more self-sufficient, it just feels like another step in the direction of our end goal. So it even though the actual killing doesn't feel good, the fact that we're putting meat in our freezer that we have raised here on our property is a really good feeling. So once this water gets hot enough for scalding, then we'll get started. These are our 3 smallest drakes that we're going to be butchering today, and we kept the largest of each breed for breeding. As you see, we're kind of letting everybody be involved if they want. I'm not going to force them or anything, just because it's important for them to know where food comes from too. But this is our first time butchering anything, so it's probably going to go slow. But we're gonna get it done. It's only 3, so it shouldn't be too overwhelming. We will not show the actual killing part. YouTube doesn't like that, and I'm sure some of you don't either. But we'll try to show the different parts as we go along.
Mommy, there's some wood down here that's turning black. It's getting stained for stained wood.
Alright, our water is plenty hot now. I'll take the lid off so it doesn't, or maybe I'll just turn the flame off. Put the lid on, take the flame off. That's what we'll do.
What's the light?
Hang on, babe. Whoops, wrong way. Okay, so that's plenty hot enough. Time to get to work.
Thank you for the steak. Thank you for all that you blessed us with. Lord, thank you for the opportunity you've given us to have a farm and to be able to raise some of our own food. Lord, I pray that you would bless this process, and Lord, that we would learn much from it, and that we would be able to just provide good, healthy food for our family. Lord, thank you for all that you do. In Jesus' name, amen.
Alright, the deed is done. I'm going to move over to the scalding pot here. This will help it the feathers to loosen up. And we have soap in there because duck feathers are actually waterproof. So that will help the water to actually get in underneath the down and everything to loosen it up. Otherwise it would just repel it, not do any good. Try to get it as deep as you can. If it spills, that's okay. Alright. Let's bring him over and de-feather. He's been wanting to help with this part.
I want to help
Feathers,
too.
just pull and put them in the bucket. Okay?
Just a minute. There you go. Good job. Those big wing feathers you might have to tug a little harder on.
You probably can do these.
Get the belly
Do
ones.
the belly feathers. Mommy and Daddy get feathers.
See, in order for anybody to eat, something has to die.
No,
That's why we thank God. Because this duck
think that's just signing there.
died so that we could have nourishment and food. And we're thankful for that. We're thankful for the enjoyment he gave us while he was alive, and we're thankful for the meat he's going to give us now that he's dead. This is not a how-to because I've never done it before, but here we go. And then I'm actually going to keep these feet because they are loaded with collagen, which is super, super good for you. And then I'm not going to actually eat them, but I'm going to put them in bone broth. And it'll load up that collagen with bone broth. Rhineck is making it tricky. Guts.
I want to pull guts out.
What? All right, bucket. Stick him in the ice. Cool him off. It's definitely not as fast as we were hoping. Put that in there. It's cold. I had to turn on a fan because the flies were starting to come around. But, alright, we're doing an apple yard this time. We'll see how they pluck. We took way too long plucking the pecan. So, hopefully with 2 adults it'll go faster.
Wing feathers are coming out pretty easy.
That's good. Ready?
Sure.
How much you think?
I don't know. 4 pounds, 7.7 ounces. 3 pounds, 11.1 ounces. 2 pounds, 8.9 ounces.
Alright. This entire meal is from our farm. Well, except the bread, but it is homemade. Alright. First time tasting duck, what do you think? I can't see all of you at the same time. What do you think? Does it taste like chicken or different?
Chicken.
A little like chicken. Kind of like chicken. A little dry though, like turkey.
Okay.
Where's the
I just got pepper all the way over there.
Our turn. You nervous?
No.
Oh, okay.
Should I be?
I hope not. It does taste kind of like turkey.
Yeah.
A little bit.
And a little bit like chicken.
Yeah, like dark meat turkey.
Mm-hmm.
And duck.
Pretty good. So, was it a good choice to raise meat ducks?
Mommy, can you see me?
Okay, well, part of this we wanted to record before when we first butchered so we could share our thoughts on that and how the two breeds compared, but I don't know that we remember all of our thoughts on that. You plucked mostly. That was mostly your job. How was that?
Annoying.
Yeah, I mean we don't have a plucker, and for 3 we weren't going to rent one. I definitely think that would make the job much easier. So in future we need to make sure to do more at a time to make it worth getting a plucker, because yeah, plucking was fun. I did know, if I remember correctly, I think that the silver appleyard was actually easier to get the big quill feathers out and to pull the quills and everything, but then they also have that, like, the downy fuzzy is really hard to get off too. So yeah, they definitely all still had some fuzz on them, which you didn't notice as much with the pecans because it's white, but with the appleyards, it's a lot more noticeable. It's dark. Do you remember if I had any thoughts on the eviscerating part?
You had trouble with the lungs on one of them.
Oh, the lungs were just
Yeah.
horrid on all of them. I couldn't get the lungs out.
Overall, I don't think you did, though. I think
Yeah.
it was okay other than that.
They were small, so it was kind of hard to
Yeah.
get my hand in there sometimes. But it wasn't that bad,
No.
I don't think. It was an interesting learning experience for sure. Let's fast forward to tonight. We just finished our first meal of duck. That was your first time having duck, right?
Yes.
It's my first time having duck. So, what'd you think?
It was good. Very turkey-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Flavor was good, though. It was good.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it tasted very similar to like a turkey thighs, like that dark meat. Yeah. It wasn't oily. Everybody always says, oh, duck is so oily. I didn't think it was oily at all. I didn't have that experience. I didn't get the skin right. I just roasted it really simply. I wanted to make sure that the actual duck flavor kind of came through. So, since first time, highlight the meat, not the toppings. But I was not able to achieve that crispy skin that everybody wants and talks about. That I've since talked to my brother, the wannabe gourmet chef. So he gave me some pointers for next time. So we'll have to see how that goes. And I did notice with like cleaning the carcass after, that just the connective tissue is a lot more tough than on a chicken. It was just really hard to get that meat off. I actually like bent my thumbnail completely backwards. That hurt, just trying to pull meat off of the bones. So it is harder to clean the carcass afterwards if you're wanting to try to save every last bit of that meat, be frugal with it. When you roast the duck, you also get that duck fat that everybody wants. It's like a delicacy that highly sought after, very expensive. So there is that perk. So overall, raising ducks, butchering ducks, eating ducks. What are your thoughts and impressions? Was it worth it? Want to do it again?
Not particularly.
Are you going to do it again?
Are you going to have me do it again? Probably.
Well, I mean, if you want to compare apples to apples, though, that duck we had tonight would have cost $30 at least. Cost-wise, it would be a lot cheaper to raise it. And then, because they were so quick growing, we were able to harvest them pretty early. We actually waited too long. You're supposed to harvest them right at 7 weeks. Oops! Missed that memo. But short grow out time. Processing wasn't that bad. It's just time consuming because of the plucking. And the meat was pretty good. I feel like there's just experimentation to be done in that department. Obviously, the duck is a pretty high-end delicacy kind of food, so there's got to be, mosquitoes. There's got to be, multiple ways to figure that out, elevate it, cook it. I will find them. Okay, well, hopefully that gave you some insight into ducks if you're curious about them. Quick grow out, fast turnaround, and the meat was good. good substitute for your Thanksgiving turkey or whatever, you know. Used to be pretty common, not so much anymore, but maybe we can bring it back. So if you have any other questions about ducks, raising them, processing them, eating them, I can do my best to answer them. Just put them down in the comments. And until next time, see you later.